Let's get this show on the road, everybody. It's Monday, and there are way too many things to do. Not that I'm complaining. I would rather have more things to do than not enough things to do. But there's a lot going on. It's been a busy day. It's been a good day. Posted a video a little bit earlier this morning speculating on 7 stars. When they're coming into the contest, if they're coming to the contest, what it's going to look like when they get here. If you haven't checked that out, do kindly encourage you guys to check that out. I enjoyed making it. And, yeah, I mean, I just wound up basing everything I said in the video off of things that have already happened in-game. So it's not purely speculation, but it's fun. Check it out. Anyway, tonight, I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything. Again, just like on Sunday yesterday for the serial stream, I'm going to be jumping around all over the place. Just starting off burning some energy here. May wind up doing some rifts, may wind up doing some arena. Little of this, little of that. I'll just hang out, have a good time, chill for a spell. And then see how it goes. Oh man, that's a great start. That big old yawn is a fantastic segue to the question of the evening over here on the left. What is the longest you've stayed awake? Now, I slept last night. I've been up since 4 my time. Still a little sleepy. But it was a good day. Woke up to edit. It worked out pretty okay. It's going to be a super busy week here in game. We got round 2 of the Symbiote Supreme Arena with Spider-Gwen. Starting up on Thursday, we've got Overseer. He's going to wind up being the brand new champion. We've already had the early access for him, so there have been some initial reviews and outlooks on him. If you're interested in finding out if Overseer is good, I got a video on the channel by the same title, Is Overseer Good? How to use him, what he does, and if he's worth ranking up. Too long, didn't read. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I want to say a big howdy, big welcome to all you guys, though. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. I'm Rob vonShoe. Pleasure having you all here today. I want to say a big howdy, big welcome from the top to RR saying, yo. G saying, EA, Electronic Sports. EA Games. No, EA Sports. It's in the game. It's been a while since I played any of the EA Sports titles. Saying I hope we get a God tier Hulk. Yeah, I mean, the ones that we got right now are very situationally useful, right? I mean, Immortal Hulk is absolutely fantastic for Slumber. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Overseer is pretty good and situationally in his own right. He's the highest prestige science champion in the game, so if that makes a difference to you guys in going for him, then, I mean, there's that. Let's just jump over and get some of this arena nonsense going. Did wind up managing to bust out the entire side quest arena. Wound up busting out the entire Tier 4 basic arena yesterday, which was great. Get that good and done and over with. So I'm going to be starting to put up some points here in the featured arena. I'm not going for either of them. I'm just going for casual milestones. I'm trying to build up some units just because I want to blow in most of my entire stash on the Gauntlet and on 7-2. Don't regret that in the least bit, but definitely want to rebuild a little bit of that stash again, like I was saying. Big howdy to Matt Falcon popping in, saying, howdy, Rob. What up, Falcon? How's it going, my friend? Happy Monday. What's new? What's the latest and greatest? Good to see you. Best Hulks we got, male Hulks we got, is I-Hulk and Red Hulk. And Hulk Rags. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, that's like 3 out of the 4 male Hulks that we got. like, but then at the same time too, you can't discount OG Hulk, even though I mean, like offensively he's not super great. Synergy wise, he's amazing. He pairs up with so many different characters, more so than anybody else, and that alone makes him pretty decent. Offensively, I mean, your mileage may vary, but at least he's got that going for him. I probably think that Red Hulk overall is probably the best all around, dollar for dollar. I mean, She-Hulk blows all those guys out of the water. She-Hulk is just absolutely, positively insane. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Next month we wound up having Hercules and America Chavez, as well as buffs for Ronin, for Diablo, and for I forget who the third one is off the top of my head. Those are going to be going live in a week and a half, couple weeks, something like that. Should be pretty okay. Well, I'm getting the spotlight for Diablo out today, and Diablo looks like he's going to be an interesting update. I mean, he's definitely going to be better than he is currently. He's definitely going to be a lot better than he is currently, which is a huge plus. Now, the question remains to be seen if it's going to be enough to get him off the bench to be used anywhere. I would say situationally, yes, if you need a poison champion. He may be your go-to, especially if it's a non-science poison champion. But otherwise, I don't think he's going to wind up becoming a mainstay on anybody's A questing team. Glad to see his buff, though. Really glad to see his buff. Even though She-Hulk got a wee bit of a nerf, she's still decent. Yeah, I mean, that's still super mild. Putting it super mildly. Like, if you have her spacing down and can get her slow cycling with that spacing, you're just sitting happy. You're just sitting happy. I mean, like, look at MSD clearing a Summer of Pain Week 1 with a 2-star, you know? It's nuts in the right hands. Judah says, I've got some news. I like news. What do you got for me, Judah? Mr. Smoke, I've got 62,000 5-star shards and 13,000 6-star shards. Got to keep saving to the 8th for a birthday opening. Very nice. Well, I wish you the best of luck for that birthday opening, and hope there's a bunch of cool loot to get out of the 4th of July opening stuff as well. By the way, I'm getting a new gaming laptop for my birthday. Very cool. If you don't mind my asking, what game do you main on a PC? PP popping in with the eyeballs and the wave. What up, PP? I can do half of those. I duped someone from the event cav. 6-star Doctor Doom. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, excuse me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, regardless of whoever it was, I mean, duping anybody out of those is absolutely fantastic and super good luck. Roblox. Cool. Yeah, very cool. I was going to make a joke off the top of my head about playing a Minecraft in 8K, but I was like, nah, I mean, I'd play Minecraft in 8K. Just to say I did. Got nothing against it. Nice, Judah. Nice. Super, super good luck. Very cool. Good on you. Good on you. Now that he's awakened, are you going to wind up throwing some extra sig stones on him, or just let it be whatever it's going to be? Guess I'm a true CEO. Oh yes, in every extensive and meaning of the word. I mean, you basically got one of like the top 5 champions in the game. Nailed it. Mainly play Undertale-based games. Very cool. I've been starting to get back into Borderlands 3 just a little bit. I mean, the game's a year old, and they just wound up releasing like their, effectively they're like their director's cut and the, I don't know, VIP Season 2 pass. Some extra doodads, extra, like extra skin, some side quests and whatnot. It's fun. It's fun to just like throw an hour, a couple hours at it with a friend. I mean, if the gunplay of that game wasn't anywhere near as fun as it is, that game would not have made it past like 90 days, I don't think. Story's a mess, but the gameplay is fun, and at the end of the day, I mean, gameplay is king. Stop it. Stop it, Wasp. If you played Minecraft in 8K, the TVA would show up and smack you. I mean, possibly. Or they'd offer me a jacket. I'd be one of their variants running around, solving crimes. See, I'm just waiting for Luke Wilson to show up as like the multiverse version of Owen Wilson. Because why not? It would just be so silly. Interesting. I mean, it would be interesting if they did it, but very silly at the same time. Would you take up willpower or deep wounds? More first already have them unlocked. I would take up deep wounds. Willpower is nice if you've got 2 points or 3 points in, but for like 90% of everything, 1 point is going to suffice. So long as you have recovery maxed out, 1 point in willpower usually is enough. Deep wounds, however, you got to get 4 points. Like 3 is nice. It's a nice little noticeable increase. 4 points is where you start doing some of the melty damage, and 5 is just obscene. In the best possible way. So I would definitely do that. Here's to hoping they wind up having another one of those rank up bundles at some point. But, I mean, since they're coming out with Masteries 2.0 sometime in the relative near future, who knows how that's even going to look, you know, come spring, next summer, something like that, you know? Who knows? Even after 6 years, Undertale's launch, I'm still in love with it. See, that's how you know you found a game that really speaks to you, right? I mean, I'm 6 years into MCOC, and I could say the same thing. For various different reasons, but I mean, if you aren't invested in the game or the community or both, you know, you're gonna have a bad time. So somehow within the same 10 6-stars I've acquired from 6-star Crystal Calves and or 6-star Nexus Crystals, I've pulled and duped Archangel and Doom. Man, I'm jealous. I am super jealous. Some top shelf god tier luck right there. I mean, both champions that, you know, Archangel benefits massively. Doom is a nice plus, but I mean, both of them are easy Ring 3 candidates. But yeah, that's crazy. It's really freaky how RNG works sometimes in this game, you know? Like sometimes it just breaks great for you. Like in that case, pulling and duping Archangel and Doom. Like for me, I wound up yesterday for rifts, in the week 3 rifts, I wound up getting the 1,000 6-star shards back to back to back, and then the 500 shards after that. So sometimes the RNG is nice. It's not often, but when it happens, you know, definitely get to appreciate it. Soundtrack is a legendary, lovable characters, amazing story, and the game is funny and self-aware. Sounds like fantastic things all around. Absolute fantastic things. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about a little bit about it yesterday with film scores, but game scores are in the exact same boat where like a game score can make or break a game. And honestly, I think if a film game score can stand by itself and still be fun and entertaining and, you know, not a page turner, that's not the right saying, but you know what I mean, where it's like you just keep playing through the entire soundtrack. There's been a number of games like that for me. Cadence of Hyrule was fantastic. Bastion is fantastic. Bioshock Infinite is fantastic. Like honestly, sometimes I have more fun listening to the soundtrack than sitting down and playing through the game, which is very odd, but or do both. Like if I'm at work, then I got the soundtrack of something blasting through the headphones here. So I'm working, but I'm also gaming too, sort of. I'm about 50% away from a Mystic Tier 5 CC and only 10% away from a Mutant. Well, I mean, there are gonna be selectors for days here coming up in the next few weeks. So I mean, if you got the opportunity, then yeah, go for it. So, when I grind the arena, I've got a question. What is sleep? This is actually very true. And a word to the wise. If you are ever in the market for grinding out a featured champion or basic champ, doesn't matter. Grinding out either the 5 or 6-star version of a character in arena. Stupid. Grinding out one of those characters in arena, you basically have to be okay with foregoing sleep, friendships, relationships, and all that for the next 3 days. Especially with some of the cutoffs now. Yeah, I mean, you definitely gotta make your peace with that, because in order to get the points required to get the character without spending like copious amounts of money or units or resources or whatever, yeah, you gotta be on it. Like, you gotta be on top of it. Come on, dude. Thank you. Taking no chances with those specials, just in case. So I mean, yeah, that also feeds into the question of the night. You know, how long have you gone staying awake? I'm somewhere in the 50-hour range, give or take. It was for school. Although, I mean, I suppose that could be an interesting follow-up question. How long have you gone? How long? How long is the longest you've gone staying awake? And then what's the least amount of sleep you've gotten in a week? Because those are two very different questions. Because like you could power nap like every couple hours or so, but if you're taking a 15-minute power nap and your sleep for that day consists of like 4 15-minute power naps, if you're lucky, then that's almost just as bad, if not worse. Oh, yeah. Stupid degen. So Resonate wound up proccing that weakness, which is great because that's just void food. Get out of the way of that. There we go. Super Duper Brew popping in, saying, yo, what up, Rob Squad? What up, boo? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. How in the heck are ya? MCC is my only friend. It wasn't like that before, but arenas will change that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be competitive in arenas, at least, absolutely. Give this man some rest. Seriously. Like I'm not on that right now. It's just been I've been up for a while, is all. Back in the day, 100% of Gran Turismo. Try that one again. Back in the day, I 100%ed Gran Turismo 2 in one sitting, just over 48 hours of gaming. It was tough. Well, that's an understatement. And I've had weeks with about 20 hours of sleep or less. Hashtag insomnia. Yeah. It's definitely important to draw that very definitive line between what's self-inflicted and which is more of a chronic condition. Invokes different feelings. Because I mean, I've been there too, where you just can't sleep. You want to, you just can't. RIP season's opening, which means I have to take off damage masteries. I was loving them. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not excited. I'm not excited in the least bit. Like, that and, like, the difference between this season and last season is so negligible. Like, I very much wonder, at least for our alliance, what a final score is going to wind up looking like, just because they wound up changing up the points, how you get points, how you get docked points. Makes it a lot more likely that people are going to tie, and ties don't do anything for you. It's like you may as well have just not participated. If I haven't said howdy already to B-More, what up, B-More? Happy Monday. Lance War is fun. To each their own. To each their own. I think it would be a lot more fun if the game was a lot more even-handed with Alliance War heals. Because like at this point, if you wanted to bring in a super, ranked up champion, doesn't matter if they're tanky or squishy or not. Like a ranked up champion, it's just, I don't know, it's not great. You need like 5 or 6 or 7 pots for a single heal with that champion, and that's half your stash right there on a single heals. Invited Homie says that is a bit too true. Hate to know, but the payout is juicy. Well, as long as you feel like you're getting something out of it, then sure. Probably gonna try to do variant 6 chapter 3 soon. Need to rank up Mags and Void first. Yeah, but I mean at the same time too, then you've got Mags and Void ranked up just forever. Good chance to get ranked up. Quick stretch. So what's new, everybody? I know we just had a chance to chat yesterday for the cereal stream where I consumed the most disgusting cereal I've had yet on the cereal stream. And I wish I could say it's because it was stale, but no, it's just not well made. The thing that makes me laugh at the season rewards are the Gauntlet rewards. Look at the comparable effort of the two things. Gauntlet rewards are better than the top 3 Alliance War rewards. Oh yeah, by a mile. With a fraction of the stress, without a fraction of the item use, and a fraction of the time. Oh yeah. So my alliance is in a master's bracket currently, but honestly, I mean, I personally would rather get Plat 1 than Masters because I need the Tier 2 Alpha. Tier 2 Alpha is much more valuable than most things to me at this point. Excuse me. I missed it. What kind of cereal was it? It was a Minecraft cereal. Cinnamon flavored. So it's like basically if you took Cheerios but with less flavor. Or for those of you familiar with a baby cereal, like spritz it down with some cinnamon scented diffuser and add a couple marshmallows for taste. But that's what it was, and that's all that it was. It was very, very bland, very, very on the nose. It's like a LaCroix of cereals, basically. It's like somebody in a different room was eating your cereal, but you just lived vicariously through them, imagining what that cereal would taste like. Bonk. Bonk. Taz popping in and saying hello to everybody. What up, Taz? Welcome, my friend. How's it going? Hope everybody here is doing most excellent. Happy Monday if I have not said so already to you guys. I'm Rob vonShoe. If it's the first time meeting, pleasure having you. Hope the week's off to a good start. I'm just doing a little bit of everything tonight. Wound up burning some energy in quests. May wind up jumping over to rifts, but for right now, just putting up some points in the arena and seeing how that goes. See, the thing with that Minecraft cereal is that somebody somewhere along the way put in a little bit of time and effort into it because the marshmallows were different shades of green. Like intentionally different shades of green, not like half the marshmallows had started to turn and go bad. I don't know. Wow, you were really not impressed by Minecraft cereal. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. It was really one of the worst cereals that I've done on the live stream. It was just that bad. Like it's saying something if when the first time I opened up the box before I poured it, before I tried it, as soon as I opened up the box, I'm like, ugh, no. And then it just doesn't get better. So I'm pretty sure these are one of those 6-star rank 5 teams here for Thanos Squad. Just because of the challenger rating is making me a noodle. Cool. There we go. Tess says, I'm good, bro. Just farming a bit of Summer of Pain. The Gauntlet 100% drained mustache. Yup, because who knows what's right around the corner, right? I mean, there's week 2 of Summer of Pain coming out in a couple of days, which, yeah, is anybody's guess. 7.3 isn't going to be out for a while, but I don't know. I still feel like there's at least one more curveball up their sleeve that they're just sitting on for now. Parry that, dex that. There we go. Beautiful. Current resource problem is ISO. Rank 3 6 stars drain all of your ISO really quick. I'll trade you my 10 tier 2 alphas in the overflow for some ISO. I will 100% take you up on that. That is a very good, very, very, very good trade. I would do that and immediately. Because I'm in the exact opposite boat. I got ISO in the overflow for days, but everything else. Oh. It's way too early in the stream for simple mistakes like that. 7.3 is in October or November. November. I don't know. They haven't made up their minds yet. But ballpark, it's going to be one of those two. But before Christmas, unless there's something that just, dang it, springs up and throws everybody and everything for a loop. But man, these King Thanos teams are always the worst, just because of the challenger rating difference with them being so far ranked up. I need ISO bad. I've got like 4 5 stars to level up. Yep. ISO is nice. Tier 2 alphas, very, very much appreciated. But even just regular butter. What am I talking about? I think I'm hungry. It's going to be an interesting stream if I'm rambling at 30 minutes in. It's okay, you got into rank 3, by the way. Sig 164, dang, nice. Yeah, you're going to be melting all the things. All the things. Congrats on that huge rank up, Taz. Honestly, I was just talking to my alliance earlier. They said they needed ISO crystals like gold crystals. I've got 4 million gold and no ISO, and I just have decent rank up resources. I could rank 5 to 5 stars, but I can't level them. Yeah, but I mean, then I think you'd wind up getting some snarky somebody or other just saying that you just need to open up more character crystals, which does nobody any good. But come on, dude, special me. No. Thank you. Just like that. Just like that. And let's see if I can get myself out of this. Brandon popping in. What's popping, my dude? You know, a little of this, a little of that for a Monday. Just trying to get caught up on everything in game between all the different arenas to get the milestones. There we go. Beautiful. Had to be super careful with that because if I tried blocking or parrying, that would be it for me. But overall, I mean, it's going pretty good. I'm really happy with the video that I put out earlier. I think it's starting interesting conversations. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited for the video that I'm going to try and get out tomorrow. We'll see. Just depends on how long I sleep. And then go from there. So, quick question to you guys. One of the staples of the channel that I'm going to keep fleshing out and developing is like, is so-and-so blank character good, right? I wound up doing one for Silver Centurion. Wound up doing one for Overseer. I want to do them for everybody, right? New champs as they come out, new buffs as they come out, and then just, you know, fill in the gaps between them. But is there somebody in particular that you would be interested in watching one of those videos for? It's a too long didn't read video, so it's about anywhere between 3 or 4 minutes, going over super quick what a champion does, where they're useful, are their synergies good, are they worth ranking up, or do they need to be awakened? Like everything that you need to know about the character, that's what that video does. But since we got another, that was dumb with me, another week and change or so until the new patch goes live and the new buffs and all that, interested to see what you guys think. That was super lucky. Would be nice if there's some sort of ISO trade-in feature where you could trade in basic ISO for an ISO selector. Would make a lot of people's lives easier. Yeah, that way you didn't have to completely keep selling all the expiring ISO. You can just convert it into something that's useful, or at the very least just reset the timer. Excuse me. Hey, Redwood says, yo, what's up? What up, Redwood? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Monday edition of the live stream. What's new? Regarding the question of the day, over here on the left. Stayed up for 40 straight hours before, was on a sailing race. Very cool. What were you sailing? I mean, a boat, obviously, but what kind of boat? Or what kind of vessel? Kingpin is the worst on the Thanos King teams. He's such a pain. Yeah, because then he turtles up. He's got a massive health pool, so it just takes forever to, to knock him down in the first place. Yeah, he's a piece of work. That, and he just constantly always seems to show up everywhere. Come on, my dude. I'm going to need you to throw a special because it ain't going to happen if you don't. I mean, or it could just continue to keep parrying you. There we go. Thanks, my dude. Thank you. Just to be on the safe side. Question of the day, probably at Disney World. I remember waking up at like 6 to get to the park and then staying up till 3. Yeah, but it's Disneyland. You got to go big when you're there, especially if you're just there visiting on like a vacation or a tourist kick. Don't mind me, I'm just wailing on poor Jane Thor here in the corner. Make one on the Overseer and maybe Hercules. Taz, I did. I got Overseer. I got Overseer. That one turned out pretty okay. And I am 100% going to do one on Hercules as soon as we get our hands on him, which won't be until the patch drops. But 100% looking forward to doing that. I mean, if nothing else, just because of friggin' Dave's videos that he puts out once a month. Just like hyping up the character and what they can do and all that. And I hope it winds up living up to the hype, for sure. We'll just have to see. Really. Thank you. I was gonna say, like, I'm almost ready to just like wail into him and just whatever happens, happens. Beautiful. Took about half a year to get there, but we got there. Diablo would be nice. A lot of people rule him off as a useless because there's a lot to digest when using him. Although probably too late now, considering the buff. Yeah, I would do one post-buff. But Karate Mike usually winds up scratching that itch, covering the bases on pre-buff gameplay. Not that there isn't enough space, out there in YouTube's for more than one take, but he usually winds up saying what I would say already anyway. Or I say what he says, I suppose. Just depends on from a certain perspective. I'm chilling about, ready to hop in MCOC right now for a bit, do some gaming myself. Yeah, send Monday off on a high note. Redwood says, I don't know, man. Kind of suspect on Hercules. Interesting. Go on. Do tell. Just like how he won in the first place, or about like his kit in general. It's like, all right, I mean, go and just hang out right there. That's fine too, I guess. You do you. Doink. Like we're gonna wind up getting the spotlight. I'm assuming for Hercules soon, right? Soon as in like the next week and change, maybe a couple weeks, something like that. And then of course then we're going to wind up seeing, but then that isn't necessarily translates into like immediate success or failure just because of how they play, which is a whole nother animal onto itself. But I don't know, just based off of what we've seen of Hercules already and just the behind the scenes videos, I am intrigued. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm intrigued. Where he's got that persistent charge where he can presumably do 12 different things for each of Hercules' different labors, and that winds up giving you something, some bell and whistle. Let's do this again, take 2. Skid in general, I don't know. Kind of feel like he's going to be a first round number 1 overall draft pick. Yeah. That, yes, for sure. I would not be surprised if Hercules is either the top prestige cosmic champion after this, or if he's like top 3, top 5. It's a Corvus fight. That's how you know it's probably not the best thing where I'm zoning out just enough to not notice who the opponent is that I'm fighting. Probably not the best sign. Maybe it'll be an opportunity to try and learn how to play this game one-handed. I only say that because Brian Grant does. He plays one-handed. So like on one hand he's, bringing up whatever from Twitter, and on the other he's actually playing the game. It's very impressive how he does it. Like, I'm sure I could probably learn how to do it too. It's just I prefer not to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. No shade to Mike, but I try and stay away from those max boosted, perfect scenario, full team synergy vids. I like vids with realistic uses for these underused champions. Me too. Me too. And everybody's going to wind up having their own personal preferences, and all that's good and great and fine and whatnot. But like for me, if I'm testing a champion, I want to see what they do as a 5-star rank 4, like a 440. Wait, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here. Bad robot. Bad. And then after I've tested that champion as a 440, then if I really like him, or just for kicks, take him up to a 565. But never wind up max boosting. Because that's not realistic, I want to see what the character can do fairly vanilla. Like his kid in general, I feel it's kind of going to be... Oh, that's right. In saying that, though, I'll be getting the early access bundles when they come. Yeah. It's tempting, isn't it? It's tempting. I don't know if they're going to wind up doing one this month. Just because I don't know how their... sales cycle winds up working. Because they don't ever... Or that I've noticed. Don't ever wind up putting out a couple overlapping sales at once. I don't know where I'm going with this again. Where am I going with this? Hey, what up, Buddy Lee? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Insomnia stream-ish, give or take. I think 6-star rank 3 vids are fine since it lets people know what they'll get if they pull the trigger on a rank up. No boost though. And hey Rob. What up, buddy? It is. I know, speaking just strictly for myself, I haven't trained my brain to notice like what is or what isn't a good number for 6-star rank 3 champions yet. Just because everything is so big. In terms of like the damage output and the numbers you can proc. Just in general, just by virtue of it being a 6-star rank 3, instead of like comparing it to, other champions. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so yeah, I like to see no synergy, but I like seeing completely maxed out rank 3 vids. Are always fun to watch. Yeah, just to see how a champion does, like when they're just full on sprint breaking out mode. Come on, dude. Text that, text that, text that. Beautiful. Get out of here, Doom. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah. Space Ghost is one champ that I never bring synergies for, even though that's all people used when they're hyping him up. Yeah, right? Everybody wound up having a, not a Night Thrasher? I think it's Night Thrasher that gives him the stuff. Oh well. What do you think about the Diablo details? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued too. I'd very much like to see how the how it translates in real life. You know, I mean, it can sound great on paper, but if it doesn't click, if it doesn't work in actual like gameplay in terms of either the animations or whatever. Hey, stop it. I'm a robot. Can't flame me. Other than that, though, I mean, for the other two, for Bishop and for Ronan, it's like, hey, cool, that's neat. Diablo, I think, is going to wind up being fun, but for me personally, I figure he's going to wind up still subjected to like the Howard treatment, where it's like, hey, it's cool, glad that you're here, but super excited for Diablo. Seems like he's going to be a champ I'll enjoy using on the regular. I hope so. I hope so. The fact that he's very damage mastery friendly is a big plus. And I like some of his synergies already too, including the Dragon Man one. Come on, man. Get out of here. There we go. Boo says, I'm super excited for Diablo. It seems like he's going to be a champ I'll enjoy using. Oh, I just said that. On the regular? Yeah. Yep. I don't remember if I drew the Howard the Duck comparison. If I did, then you know what I'm going to say. If I didn't, then that's kind of what I'm speculating that he's going to wind up being. It's a really nice improvement. It makes playing him a lot more fun, but I personally haven't given Howard a whole lot of attention since he came out. I kind of feel like Diablo may wind up being the same way. I hope to be proven wrong. Definitely hope to be proven wrong, but and there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Pooh says tired brain. No kidding. No kidding. I've caught myself at least twice now babbling about something that in my head made complete sense. And then I realized what I was saying out loud made absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I'm like, well. Roll says, notice you're drinking a big bottle of juice. Hope you're drinking plenty of water too. That's the thing. This isn't juice. This is Kool-Aid. So it's like 99.99999% water with no sugar, because the sugar would wind up doing a number on me. But just staying hydrated. This one will not be a late stream tonight. It will not be a late stream tonight. Because the last thing I need is for two things to happen. Either that I just completely pass out and fall asleep on stream, which I would not put past myself, or I just wind up rambling on and saying something completely stupid and embarrass myself later on. Also wouldn't put that past me. Seems like the sustainability from the damage masteries will be off the charts, which makes me think damage won't be too crazy. If he's spicy, then not then just hack usable. So as I understand it too, it's going to wind up being exactly that way. Like, it's going to be really hard to KO a Diablo if you know what you're doing, which is nice. Come on, Quake. Come on. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Forget what I was saying about Diablo. Where he's going to be really hard to KO if you play him smart, but he may not have the best damage output too, which is how they wound up balancing him. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. But yeah, Rule, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up too. Appreciate that, bud. I myself am drinking a Poland Spring. It's 100% water. Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, there was a time where the only the Dickens. The only thing I was drinking was either just straight up sodas or juice, and not water. That did not go super great for me. Like, I alternate, right? Like, I go and fill up, the water jug here, like a third of the way full or halfway full, make them some Kool-Aid. But then other times, just fill a water bottle here up to the brink with just pure water, and then just nurse that for an hour, a couple hours. It's worked out pretty good so far. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Fun domino match. Well, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. Alright. Alright, that's not good. One of these times, I'm just going to need to, like, cancel everything. All plans, everything. And, like, get to sleep at a decent hour. Turn off all the alarms. And then just see how long I sleep for. I reckon that if I crashed, like, at 9 o'clock, say, at night, I could probably make it to, like, 8. Probably. Stop it. Stop it. Stupid. Dropped input. Here I am standing there looking like an idiot. Assuming that the button pressed, but it did not. Roll says, are you doing only one arena this week? I'm barely even doing that. I'm going for, like, casual milestones. But a couple reasons for that. First of all, I want to just conserve my energies and efforts for next time. I don't know if I'm going for Overseer or not, but I like to just chill because it does wind up getting to be an awful lot of arena and time too. That's the second part that I was starting to hint at there. So I mean, just making videos for YouTube and then doing a couple other things too is, it all takes time. So we'll see how it's going. Buddy Lee says, are you East Coast? No, I'm West Coast. I just haven't slept. Like usually I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good to go for like another hour and change, right? But man, not tonight for whatever reason. All right, so that here's what we're gonna wind up doing. We're gonna be doing a couple of things. I'm gonna open up a crystal just for kicks. I very nearly just nodded off on stream, which is my red flag that it's time for me to bounce. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go say howdy to Hobbit. How much sleep did I get? 2.5 hours, which is definitely a sign. I was just about done with the 3-star Karina challenge with Loki. Go say howdy under the hashtag Rob Von Raid, which is gonna be pretty cool. But then, like I said, we're gonna open up a crystal here first. Let's open up a Grandmaster for kicks. Instead of guessing who's gonna wind up being the character, let's guess their rarity. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a 4-star this time. If you guys want to guess too, throw that in chat. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out and watching the super short abridged version of the Monday live stream here. I'm going to go get some Z's and get a lot more than 2.5 hours sleep tonight. Come back fresh and keep rolling the rest of the week. If you haven't already, please kindly consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. All that stuff helps the YouTube's end of the business stick out. I do appreciate that. And rumor has it, every time you hit that like button and the Archangel winds up getting his wings. Nope, that's a 3. That's a 3. Alright guys, that's going to do me for today. I'm going to go say hey to Hobbit. See you guys over there. See you next time on Wednesday for the next live stream. Till next time everybody, I'm Rob vonShoe.